Hello everyone, we'll solve this logarithm equation. In this log equation, there are three log terms. So this is the first log term, then there's the second log term, and then there's the third one on the other side of the equation. Now we have to solve this equation. That means we have to find the value of the variable in this equation. And the variable in this equation is x. So we have to isolate x and find its value. So we'll start with the left side of the equation. Now on the left side, both log terms have the same base and the bases are 5. So since the bases are the same, we can use the product law of log. So as per this law, so log of base x term m plus log of base x term n can be combined by multiplying the terms, and the base stays the same. So these two log terms have been combined into a single log term. So the base stays the same as x and we multiply m by n. So we'll have to do the same step in this problem. So we'll write it as log, and the 5 stays the same as the base, and we do x times x minus 3 equals, and now we write the term on the other side of the equation. So that stays the same. Both log terms have the same base, and there is only one log term on both sides of the equation. So we can cancel out the logs and we are left with x minus 3 equals 10. So this is the equation we have to solve to find the value of x. So now the next step is to distribute this outer x into the parentheses. So we multiply each term in the parentheses by x. So we get x squared minus 3x equals 10. Now this is a quadratic equation. In order to solve this quadratic equation, we'll have to move this 10 from the right side to the left side. So we should subtract 10 from both sides. So the 10's on the right side cancel each other out, and we get x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation that we have to solve. This is a simple trinomial because the coefficient of the x squared term is an invisible one. We can use the sum and the product rule to factor this equation and then solve it. So we have to find two numbers whose sum is negative 3 and product is negative 10. So in order to find these two numbers, we'll have to focus on the product first. So we have to think of two numbers that multiply to negative 10. So the first pair of numbers that comes to my mind is negative 1 and 10. But negative 1 and 10 do not add to negative 3. So this pair won't work. So we have to look for another pair. So another possible pair is negative 2 and 5. Now negative 2 and 5, if you add them, we get 3, not negative 3. So that means we have to switch the sign on the numbers. So that means the numbers that we are looking for are 2 and negative 5, because 2 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 3, and 2 times negative 5 is equal to negative 10. So there is a very important step you have to understand and memorize. Now we can continue on this side. So we can rewrite our equation as x plus 2 times x minus 5 equals 0. So we get two cases here. So the first case is x plus 2 equals 0. And the second case is x minus 5 is equal to 0. So now we have to solve for these x values. So first we subtract 2 from both sides to cancel out the 2's on the left side. So we are left with x equals 0 minus 2, which is equal to negative 2. So this is our first solution. We have to add 5 to both sides to isolate x. So the 5's on the left side cancel each other out. So we are left with x equals 0 plus 5, which is equal to 5. So this is our second solution. Now we should check if any of these solutions is an invalid solution or it's an extraneous root. So now we have to perform the check. So we sub in these x values in the given equation one by one. So let's start with x equals negative 2. When we sub that in the equation, so we get log of negative 2 to the base 5 plus log of same base and then negative 2 minus 3 equals, now there's no x on this side, on the right side of the equation. Now we know that log does not exist for a negative number. So that means when you input them in your calculator, you'll get a math error. So that means x equals negative 2 is an invalid or extraneous root. Now we have to do the check for x equals 5. So we'll sub in x as 5 in the given equation, log of base 5, 5 plus log of base 5, and then 5 minus 3 equals log of 10 to the base 5. We can simplify the parentheses. So log of 5 to the base 5 plus log of base 5, and then 5 minus 3 becomes 2. And the right side stays the same because there's nothing to do on the right side. Now we can use this product law of log that I shared with you earlier here at the top. So we can add these two log terms to get a single log term, and we'll multiply 5 and 2. So we get log of base 5, 5 times 2, which is 10, equals, and we have the same term on the other side of the equation. So this proves that x equals 5 is the valid root. So the final answer here should be x equals 5. So I hope you'll find this video useful. So please share it, like it, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.